In one word, sum up Bug Jam.
Brilliant.
Today is the summer solstice, the day when thousands of druids flock to the hallowed grounds of their faith, and thousands of beetle lovers flock to theirs, Santipod Raceway, Bedfordshire. For this is the weekend of Bug Jam, an event that after only 5 years has become the largest single mark car event in the world. And that mark is the sign of reliability, of style, the yardstick by which all others are compared. It means hanging loose in good times, the car that's here today and still here tomorrow. It's the mark of a Volkswagen. Tell us why you love VW so much.
We just got lost. We've been driving around in circles.
You haven't been to Bug Jam before?
No.
Haven't you?
No, it's the first time.
What are you expecting?
I don't know.
Oh, a lot of fun.
Fabulous car.
Me?
You?
Yeah.
Did you do all this yourself?
Well, we did. I mean, everybody basically.
What's going to happen to it after Bug Jam?
It's going to stay like this for about a year.
Yeah? Till next Bug Jam?
Yeah.
Just change the number?
I'll change the bonnet.
Yeah?
It's going to go up in the garage wall. I'm going to put a new bonnet on it.
Oh, right.
Bug Jam 92.
Oh, yeah. So you've been how many times?
This is second year, so.
Second year.
She's a veteran. She's been here 3 times.
Check it out. Check it out.
Is being able to run your car on the strip. All you need is an ordinary license, great seat belts and a good crash helmet. And that's what all these people are just about to do, is test the quarter mile for themselves.
Well, thank you, Victoria, and here we are out on the hallowed track of Santipod. Not only fun at Bug Jam, but also some personal grudges to be set. And also, of course, we need to beat those Fords. We need to beat anything that isn't a Volkswagen this weekend. And we see during our Run What You Brung session here, the Bug in the spectator lane, very safely indeed dispatching that Ford. A lot of chrome, a lot of show, but also an awful lot of go during Run What You Brung. A lot of our racers, of course, are going to be out there. They're testing, ready for eliminations. A couple of Run What You Brung there, maybe not quite as pristine, but I'm sure when we see them come round, maybe at the next meeting, with a bit more money spent, we'll see them going quicker. And of course we'll see them going faster, which is the name of the game at Santipod Raceway, and of course quarter mile drag racing. This is Gary Angel on a test session, as you see, resplendent with the new sponsor colours, and John Watson, a man that really is up and coming in the sport of VW DRC racing. So here we go, Run What You Brung action, testing that Christmas tree, making sure that those reaction times are just as sharp as they can be, because we're going to have eliminations coming up very, very shortly indeed. Just about anything you've got at the track you can run. Bahas, kits, bugs, we even see vans, type 1s, all sorts are here at Santapod during our Run What You Brung sessions.
How are you?
Not bad, thank you.
You're just about to compete in the Run What You
Yeah.
Brung. What do you like about racing on the strip?
It's a little bit good at me. This wheel spinning off and going up through the gears, top end.
Yeah?
It's great.
Yeah. Do you have to do anything special to your car to race it?
No, stock 1600.
Yeah.
Just tighten it up a bit,
Yeah.
nice exhaust.
Have you sort
Go for
of
it.
got any aspirations of becoming a real racer?
I'll probably get some more money, eh?
Yeah?
Well, the drag racers, scourge as always, getting more money to get that car quicker. I said we saw buses here. Here we go with a caravanette just about to go up the quarter mile, doing battle against a bug. So we've got the van, spectator lane, pit lane as we call it there, is the lane nearest us, the yellow bug. Coming up into stage, you can see the marshals there just directing them right into those staging beams. And a fairly respectable run from both of these cars. The transporter, of course, we're going to see running through in about 22 seconds. But let's not forget, of course, we're nearly pushing 2 tons of metal and the aerodynamics of a brick outhouse through the quarter mile. And there we go, a fledgling burnout from one of our competitors. And just being tapped on the roof saying, all okay, make up to the start line, and nightmare on Elm Street it will be if you get beaten by a Ford. Great looking paint jobs as always. Many of these cars, they should be in show and shine, let alone racing here at the quarter mile. But that's another one of our competitors making their way for a test and tune session. That's Danny Mulvihill out there with his little super streeter, and S141, another one of our street racers, practicing for our Quick 8 and our Street Warriors, which we'll see later. Danny Mulvihill with that very radical soft top on that bug in the pit lane. Well, more Bahas going at it, and I have to say, we've so far we've just seen men having a go at the quarter mile, but I tell you what, we also see an awful lot of ladies now coming out to do battle on the drag strip here at Santapod, and I think it's time we went and had a word with one of them.
Sarah, this is your second time ever racing on the strip.
Yeah, that's right.
What was it like the first time?
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah, can't wait to do it again.
What got you into wanting to sort of race ladies on a drag strip?
I work for autocavan, so I'm always involved with it. It was my boyfriend's idea to actually race. I was going to race my own car, but it didn't quite get finished.
Right, so this is his car?
Yeah.
And he lets you drive it?
I know, unreal, I can't believe it myself.
And is he he races too or not?
Yeah, he's done Run What You Brung, but he hasn't actually entered, so as I'd entered already, he let me race it.
And so how are you doing today?
Well, not bad. 17:57 was the first ever run, so...
Right, and you're racing in street class, aren't you? So what do you think of drag racing then?
Brilliant.
Have you ever been to a big drag race?
Yeah, a couple of times to the world final.
Yeah. So you sort of, you know Liv Burstad then?
Yeah.
Fastest lady in Europe. Have any aspirations sort of further on in drag racing or just meet up?
A little bit early.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah Butcher out there now on the quarter mile. Today a Carmen gear, who knows? Liv Berstadt, watch out, she could be in a top fueler. Small smile for the camera there. Looks just a tad nervous, but I would be if I was going up against Gary Angel in one of the quickest super street cars that we have in this country. We go back to Victoria now in the staging lanes.
Now, tell me about this. It's an air-cooled engine.
It's a Volkswagen air-cooled engine, which has been heavily modified. Beetle chassis, Beetle brakes, but of course cut in half and the motorbike front end stuck onto it.
Right, so is it a bit... Well, you're racing this now,
I'm
aren't you?
racing this now, yes.
What's it like going up the strip with no protection?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, you get used to it.
Yeah?
I mean, I know how far I can push this.
How stable is it?
Today, it's not very stable with the strong crosswind. As I'm doing the wheelies, it's blown me right across the track. It's a little bit dangerous today.
Right. So you're not strapped in, I can see.
No.
What's the regulations as far as
I do have,
concerned?
when it's on the road, I do have a safety harness which clips in. But while I'm racing, if I do get into trouble, I'd rather be able to bail out and rather stay with the machine.
Right. So what are the regulations with racing this?
Well, we've had a lot of trouble with the RAC in the last 12 months.
Right.
So we've set up our own body called the UK Drag Racing Association. And we've put together our own rules and regulations with the building and the high quality of the machines that you will be seeing in the future.
There's about 3 of you, isn't there?
No, so far there's 5 and possibly 6. There's only me here today representing us, but in future race meetings there should be at least 4.
Now, Tony, this is just one of your models. Everything that we've seen here is all yours as well.
That's right.
This one's a 1946 model.
46, 47, yes. It was one of the first ones manufactured after the war when German industry started moving again. And one of the interesting things is it's a saloon or a cabrio.
So how much would you pay for that?
Around 200 or 200 plus. That's it varies a lot. Depending on condition. That's a particularly good one.
So you collect as well as sell.
That's right.
Everything you collect. So how long have you been collecting for?
For about 20 years now. Yeah.
So you started off as a collector and decided that you were going to let everyone else in on it?
Yes, really, when it started to outgrow the house.
Continue to relax more and more and more and more. You're relaxing there, you're managing it. Just relax. Relax. You won't fall over, but you just relax. Now, Nick, when I wake you up, you will have forgotten your name, where you are, why you're here, everything else, where you live, the whole lot. You'll just have no memory of that at all. No memory of that at all. Even if I say, you find that you don't remember that sure name. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Wide awake. Wide awake. Would you like to turn around, young man? That's a good turn around. Would you like to tell everybody your name? Tell me, how old are you? Who's that? What do you think? He's a handsome fella, or pretty good looking, or what? Yeah, probably. Probably quite a decent looking chap, yes. I'm going to ask you to pick up that jug in a moment, Nick. The harder you try, the more impossible it will be. Try and pick up that jug. He's fit, young man, but he's not that fit.
Sweep for speed riders. Sweep for speed, hold tight.
Here we go, top speed this time, hold on tight.
This is Bug Jam 10. Last year's, yeah. This year, wow, still doing it now. Oh, we might watch the racing.
The serious side of Bug Jam is the racing, with the VW DRC out in force, together with the awesome Pro Modified racers, the professional door slammer class of drag racing. Now, Brett, we're just about to run the Street Warrior classes and the Quick 8. Can you explain what those two classes are?
Sure. The two classes that we have running today are for street legal cars which run up to 15.99 seconds but no faster. So anything up to that point obviously is close to 15.99 as you can be, the more competitive you'll be because the cars both leave the start line at the same time.
So it's heads up?
Yeah, it's heads up. And the Quick 8 is a similar heads up competition for the VWDRC modified classes and any of the super street classes etc. that happen to be fast enough to get into that 8-car elimination.
Hi Gary, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now this is Bugbear with a new graphic layout on the side of the car.
That's right.
Running in Super Street, yeah?
Yeah. Got new sponsors for this for 1991 season.
Terrific.
Small car specialties from Bournemouth, which is quite nice really.
Yeah. They helping you out in a big way?
They help. I won't say it pays all the costs, but it certainly goes some way towards it.
Yeah. And what are you actually doing now?
I'm just changing some air correctors. I'm finding the car's running a bit weak at the top end, so I'm reducing the size of the air corrector to richen it up a little bit.
Right.
Just to try it.
Yeah.
I've just rebuilt the car engine, so I'm running it in really.
Right.
Unfortunately, with drag cars, you tend to run them in down the strip, which doesn't really do them that much good,
doesn't help you.
No.
Doesn't help you score.
Yeah.
Where are you actually running now in the VWDRC?
What, in the championship?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. We're very early on. The first meeting was rained off.
That's right.
The second meeting, I was sort of in the placings. I wasn't first, you know, and I'm hoping to do a bit better today, really.
Yeah. Can you explain to me the difference between super street and street classes?
Yeah. How long have you got? Basically, we've got street classes for the slower street cars, and it's a sort of entry level into the racing. It allows young lads with the cars on a limited budget to run the cars they use every day. When they start to get quicker and you've got more money to spend, you can move up to super street. You need more safety features in the car. You have to comply with the regulations in regard to roll cages and lots of other bits and pieces. And it's something to aim for the youngsters, really. I mean, that's how we see it.
Yeah. So for somebody who's racing in street and wants to improve themselves up to super street, how much money do you need?
Well, how long's a piece of string, really? It isn't cheap.
Yeah.
And to get reliability into a VW engine costs money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people going around.
But I thought VWs are the most reliable cars.
Oh, they are. And in stock form, they run quite well. I mean, forever, really. But when you start modifying them and producing something like 4 or 5 times the brake horsepower that the original engine was designed for, things are going to break.
Right.
And if you're going to break something and then can't afford to replace it for the rest of the year, then you're out and you're really racing at too high a level.
And that's when you need a sponsor.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yes.
So what are you expecting to do this weekend?
I'd like to get into the 12s this weekend.
Right.
I've set my mind to get into the 12s. I've run a 13.4 at Avon Park a few weeks ago. And as I say, I've rebuilt
That's your
the
best
engine.
time yet?
That's my best time, with a terminal of 98. Jim and myself are very big rivals. That's the guy with Beetlejuice, the yellow Beetle, and we're running very close together. He makes his go quicker, I make mine go quicker, and that's how we run.
Right.
It's really good fun.
Well, we'll be looking out for a 12 from you today then.
Well, maybe, I don't know. We could do with a bit more heat, really.
Yeah, tacky up the track.
But that's my aim this year, anyway, is to get into the 12s.
Well, thanks for speaking to us.
That's a pleasure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jim, you've just done the second fastest time ever in a super street and your fastest time ever.
That's right, yeah.
You're fairly happy about that?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
What was the time? It was
12.48 seconds.
Right. And so you've been driving super street for how long?
3 years now.
And this is like all your hard work paid off?
It is, yeah.
What's this rivalry we keep hearing about Beetlejuice and Bugbear?
Well, the two cars always run very close time-wise for a couple of years now, so that's sort of developed quite a bit of rivalry between us.
So we're going to see you and Bugbear heads up in the next round?
Yeah, I think we might do, yeah.
Are you going to beat him?
I certainly hope so, yeah.
Whoa.
I'll be trying.
Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, there we go, Jim Bowen, the man just talking about that quickest ever run from the car. Great to see it now actually in action here on that 12.48 pass. Burnout's completed there for Jim Bowen. Just reversing back, you can see if you look carefully 2 big black rubber lines right behind that car, and now he's going to try and reverse into that and really go through. You see the front wheel just skipping on the pavement as he leaves the start line and heading for 12.48. That's just over 100 miles an hour. Great pass there, and Jim Bowen is a good man to give Gary Angel a good run for his money.
This is a brand new car, Keith. 3rd time it's been out. What are you expecting from it this weekend?
I don't know, I mean, hopefully, the car has run 11.1 at Avon Park, where there is no traction at all. Obviously, the track here is much better at Sandipod, it's a lot more traction. With any luck, should get the car in regularly